It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Bears and the Texans under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the offense last week, they have things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Well, now how about this return? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his second season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
And he's coming off of a truly remarkable rookie season where he quieted a lot of his doubters in a most emphatic fashion. Remember, going into the draft, many thought he was the number 2 quarterback coming out of college. He proved quickly he was a top quarterback going into the NFL. One of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in recent memory. And what's scary about it, he's not even close to reaching his ceiling.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Great beginning there under the bright lights of primetime.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
Back to Mixon on first down. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. Now Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now, we always knew the potential was there, and Collins took a massive leap in his 3rd season, realizing that potential, producing just under 1,300 yards a year ago. The Texans love his big frame and believe in this young man, and he'll be their big-time receiver for now and the future.
Now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. On a slant, here's Collins. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Inside handoff to Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mixing up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So the Bears ready to go on offense, and it's the #1 overall pick leading them out, the Heisman Trophy winner from USC, Caleb Williams.
And a very promising debut in week 1. Let's face it, rookie quarterback, anytime you can go out in week 1 that way and get a victory, you take that as a giant positive as a team and as a player. Now, he'll work on improving his own individual play while continuing to help his team win.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
We had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what was fun to me was hear him say, I like what we did, but we need more pressure on the quarterback this week. What he wouldn't tell us, though, was how he was going to create it. Is it going to be just the front 4? Is it going to be 3? Is he going to bring linebackers, secondary? This will be fun to check out.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll run with Herbert. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Play action. Now Williams. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll run the draw here with Swift. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Williams. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep is Steven Sims. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. Another one caught by Collins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. The throwing again is Stroud. To the right side and caught by Dell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Mixon will try the right side. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
We love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Let a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing now is Stroud. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To throw, Williams. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
To the air, Williams. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing is Williams. Rolling to his right. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Williams. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Swift is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. One more time with Swift. And this time he is in.
Yes.
DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he won't quite make it to the 25. With the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon runs through the contact. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears take over. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. Working out of the gun, Williams. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Saints who were able to walk away with the road victory. Derek Carr, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Sam Darnold, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. And finally, on Monday Night Football, it's the Falcons and Eagles from Philly at 8:15 Eastern Time. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over. Play action. Stroud now. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And Diggs has it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got his man down. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Here's a give to Mixon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. A handoff to Mixon. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead. It's
been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And a change of scenery in 2023 worked out well for Swift as he wrapped up a new career high in rushing yards during his lone season as an Eagle. And now he's made the move to Chicago and is expecting to power their running game.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the gun, here's Williams. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. Back to throw. Williams finding Carter on the slant. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
A pass complete to Adunzo. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. They'll run with Herbert, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Looking to throw. Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have retaken the lead. His first career touchdown pass, and, you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston set to take over. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the gun again to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Jones. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And they will take over first and 10. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. Got an open man, it's Scott. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Texans on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now 2nd and 9. Here's Stroud. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Stroud. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. At the 34-yard line. Pierce now up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's on the former first-rounder from Ole Miss, Laramie Tunsil. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Stroud now to throw.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Stroud looking to throw. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this one is no good. He missed it, and that will keep this a 2-point game. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down. Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
That is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now the Bears down by 5, a little under 50 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gets this to Moore, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know it's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we can only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Houston, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.